peripheral computers now have primary control of critical vehicle functions. That's one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind.
Alrighty. Hey everybody, how's it going? Thank you for the hydrate rim and welcome Bird Bunch. Declaring yourself first as always. But, cat, what are you doing? Sorry, the cat is being just a little weird as normal. So, how is everybody on this Monday? Mondays normally either run very well or run very crappily for a lot of people. It is the internet. Hopefully my internet is fixed, because I did have a technician actually come out on Sunday, and they did replace one of the wires. Well, actually they replaced the main line going from the pole to my house. So hopefully that will fix all of the issues. Maybe. Hopefully. I'm going to be positive, optimistic, which is very weird for me, but I'm going to do it. But still, I hope everyone's having a wonderful Monday. I have been super busy, like all day, and the busyness is just getting started. Because I've gotten a lot of work stuff done, but also I've gotten more written out as to what I'll be covering for the next Dev Talk, but I'm also changing up the format that I'm doing it in. So it's not going to be the usual, it's going to be a little bit different. What Monday? It's very much Tuesday. Don't mess with me like that, bird. It's bad enough that after my vacation that I went back to work and I was like, oh yeah, man, can't believe I had that long of a weekend. What is today? It's Tuesday, right? No, it's Wednesday. Oh, okay, it's Wednesday. I knew that. I thought it was Thursday. See, yeah, that's what I mean though, like the whole, everything's like blending together. All my days smushed together, except for like my weekends, in which like Friday, I clock out of work, I leave my house, I don't come back until Saturday evening. And you know, I'm pretty happy with that. Oh. But yeah, welcome everybody. Oh boy. Oh. My cat is being weird. Yes, you 5.5 pound flea bitten crap basket. Right. Let's see, what were we doing? Right. Silencing that, launching this, switching over, and it should hopefully... There we go. Uh-oh. It's not playing. Why is it not playing? There we go. That's still like a very eerie... I still like it. It's just put out. It's just a very eerie music of, you know... It's like, shit, it's about to get bad. Ignore the autosave, I was testing something out. Alright, so we still have people to save. We have one person left to save, and 5 more things to kill. I wonder if they're in this town. Or not this town, this area right here. Wait a minute. Those two aren't Naga. Those two are bandits. Are they still pissed about earlier? Do it for Kieran. I want to deal with you, Shade Runner. Ooh, wait. You got a lot of defense. Ow. I'm still trying to figure out why something about this doesn't feel right to me. For the most part, it's good. The mechanically wise, it's solid. The sound is decent. The animations, as far as the spells, I think what it is, it's really just because the monsters don't react when I do stuff. Like, see, pretty animation, but that's about it. So I wonder if it's something else. You have it on, were you, right? Yeah, you're still marked, so. Whew. Dang it, Kieran. Do you have any... All negative on an ally. Mudquake. Come on, Aquino. It feels like forever since I last played this because of that vacation as well, when I know that's not the case. More wounds on everybody. Oh, wait, you're immune. Fun. That being said, how's everyone's Easter weekend? Because, I don't know, not everyone's, wow, is that thing just immune to everything? Not everyone celebrates Easter, but a lot of people still got the day off. Expand 5 cartridge deal to as many wounded enemies. Ow. You dick. Also, I'm still rather upset about Thursday when I streamed and my internet crashed out on me because I was kind of enjoying the game. It's still not, action RPGs don't fully work in this game or in this engine, but the fact remains that it was still enjoyable because it slowed things down to where it was much closer to like Legend of Zelda, and I mean like the old Legend of Zeldas for like the Game Boy and stuff. Hey, Plexi! Welcome, welcome. Let me in. Let me in. Otherwise I'm going to do stuff to you. Fine. Let's go this way. Let's give it to Kieran. Kieran getting mana for an AoE is possibly the better option. We just played Shade Runner, Flame Reeve, Blood Fight. I don't like you. It's quite colorful. The UI is robust. Yes. I agree. It's, like I said, whoa, that's not good. It's still something's bothering me about it. And what I think it is purely, oh, great. The fact that the images of the enemies don't really, like, react to when they're, like, heavily injured or something like that. They just are. Earmarked. But at the same time, it does a lot of animations over everything for, well, essentially whenever you do something. So, it's difficult to put into words, but it's got good points and bad points, and it's just trying to figure out the exact good points. And figuring out why exactly the bad points are bad. It's a weird thing. I think what it is more of a psychological thing in the sense that I don't expect the images to actually react. Oh, god damn it, Kino. Don't expect the images to react when it comes to other retro games because it's... Oh, I chose the wrong one. Damn it. Soul Shard. Provoked. Breathing could help with the enemies, but otherwise reminds me of Etrian. Ah. Oh, thank you for the redeem for the hydrate. What's up, Valen? Is this the game jam? I was actually looking into that because I was thinking about using it in order to essentially try and choose more games, or to show more games that were more, or show games that are being more actively worked on. But it's not always the case. Oh, there goes Poffery. On your feet, Poffery. I didn't say you could die just yet. Ow. But yeah, I think what it is that with other games, I kind of expect the PNGs to do something purely because of, oh yeah, you know, it's a retro game, so I don't expect the PNGs to do much other than to fade away when they're destroyed. You know, kind of like in the old Final Fantasy games, or the old your Dragon Quest games. But when you update the graphics to a more modern look, then you start expecting more, even minute details that really don't matter, but you expect them, even if not outright, then subconsciously. That's the thought process anyways, but, you know, is what it is. It's not always the case, and it might not be for everybody. If you got the first person, you gotta work with animations only. True. But at the same time, part of the thought is, ow. Oh, that's right, he parries. Part of the thought process is that, ow. Ow. Okay, I need you to... Does this kill you, or is it just gonna... Ow. There we go. Like I said, I think it's purely just a psychological thing based upon what I myself have experienced and have played, but it's not always going to be the case. The animation-wise, as far as like the abilities, the attacks, and so on, is really on point and very good. I think it's just that small detail that I kind of expect the PNGs to do something, I guess. She's been like, the owner has already clearly moved on to better things. Well, I want to smash him for one. But apparently that's not going to be allowed. Whew, excuse me. Gotta see more people using win-lose. What's win-loo, if you don't mind? Win-loo is the tile set. Ah! Was not aware of that. I feel like, let's see, who are you, bandit leader? Oh, yeah, we're gonna hit you a little bit more than everyone else. I feel like it's good that essentially I don't see the same tile sets constantly. Because don't get me wrong, it's nice that there are a variety of tile sets out there. But in a lot of cases, you tend to see the same ones over and over again. Same as you tend to see the same plugins over and over again. Ads in a minute, everybody. Said it before and I'll say it again, the Labyrinth series NES pushed out. Same frontals, but characters will scream and shout and the screen shakes violently. Aether Brew makes really nice use of Win-Loo. I believe it's crunched from 48 to 24, then blown back up, which helps it stand out a bit. Huh. Ow. Oh wait, that one missed. Haha. Ow! Dang, Kieran. Learn to dodge. All animals. Oh, missed one. Let's see. Pro-free turn. Just gonna draw their attention. Haha. Dodge? Ow. That was rude, sir. Let's see. But yeah, if you see... Oh, wait, there's a... Ow. 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 I do agree that some of the older NES games nail it pretty quick and pretty easy, and I believe last time I brought it up I mentioned that when it came to Trials of the Goddess, the reason why, even though it does the exact same thing, that it felt better, because both of them have really good soundtracks, both of them have pretty much the exact same combat layout. The UI is just different and the visuals are more upgraded. So I guess part of me is thinking that because this one has a higher fidelity look, it should have more. And I'm cutting slack for a retro NES game because it's, well, a retro NES game, which isn't fair to it and isn't fair to Tower Song either. Ow. Party heal. You missed. Solace, how did you miss? There we go. The bandit leaders are rather tough. And they do count as Naga from the looks of it. Which raises the question as to why. 2 penny coin. Charm to focus the heart and mind, plus 30 mana points, plus 10 magic. Also equipable by familiars. I don't think I'm supposed to be able to stand on this like this, but okay. I was hoping someone was in here. Ah, good old RPG Maker spacing. Fuck out of my way. Oh, this is the temple. There's still one person left. But what about the other direction? There's 2 Naga left. Temple of the Fire Priestess is up. Market was left. It came out of there. Yeah, I already fought all these. Hey, over here. Full support. Uh-oh. Hey, look, guys, I'm on top of the building. I'm not. I am. No, I'm not. Ha! Someone messed up their spacing. So I guess this is the only way I can go, which means, hopefully, The last refugee is in the temple. Because otherwise, they are fucked. Oh, hey. Echo-bound sniper rifle. Or... Oh, wait, that's echo-bound assault rifle. They're not here to plunder. No, they're here to fuck shit up. Let's see. Oh, just added a pixel moment based on Brent's suggestion and was blown away by how much better it felt. I was living in a Pokemon Red Blue world for a long time. Oh, for so long. That being on rails feels strangely clumsy. Ugh. Can I not? Greetings, Mennonites. Oh, no. Oh, hey, item. Soul Tunic. Get the feeling that's for our buddy Aquino. No? I don't know who any of you wanted this thing for. Alright. Oh, there's a shine spot. Temple of Fire. Pretty, isn't it? My sister is the fire priestess, but she has no real power. All of the opulence is just to give the citizen a sense of false pride and hope. Yeah, that sounds about right. Song Idol, nothing we do for them now. Well, I know Neat knows how to do something, but he's a Neat, and he's not here. Mapping looks nice here. Would love to see a bit more to it, is all. Yeah. It's a nice design. Don't get me wrong. Odd moments where the, there's strange clippings and so on, but, you know, that's normal. This bothers me. Because the way that the tile movement is, you can't be dead center of the door. I know it's a minute, silly thing. They could zoom in, look so far away. Yeah. Into the temple. After all that rabble, I was certain I was going to hunt tonight. Instead, my prey has come to lay themselves at my feet. Not prey, tower-born, but reckoning. Ha! What a joke. Blessed son, Counselor Dundale? What's happened to you? It's not obvious. Tower Song has scorched my flesh. I am ascended! Oh, God. Hey, Star, thank you for the redeem. So 10 25-pound squats and 10 more regular squats. Ah! And some curls on top because Valen feels like he needs to contribute. Thank you, Valen. There's probably default, but I do 200% zoom for everything but the world map. I like to do everything 2 tiles with. I don't like it, though. Send it to Monsterdom? Monster. I'm the voice of the hunt. You look like a mess. I'm exalted. I have been reborn in the heart of the forge. The forge? Nuria. Tell me, Dundale. Did you see my sister in the forge? She is your precious fire priestess. Tell me she is safe. I saw no forged children in the tower, but it is no matter. The council will have no use for them now. Not anymore. The Cadonian council behind this? Should have known. You've always been a den of vipers. Look at you. What poetry. Do not speak ill of your betters, child. Storm, spare me, Dundale. Enough is enough. The council has gone too far this time. You thrash and moan. Ooh, thrash and moan, you say. But you would do well to accept the forge's gift. Fool. The council plays with the fire beyond their ken. You are doomed. Enough. My hounds need their kibble. Your flesh will serve just fine. To arms! To arms! Oh, what glory! So, before I get into this, I gotta do some redeems. Makes sense for you to destruct their character's price by half. Give a short, sort of RTS feel. Yeah, but RTS is good for RTS games. Might be using different pixel size than MV. Or tile size, okay. Alright, so, I've got 10 25-pound squats, 10 normal squats, 5 curls, and 5 shoulder presses. Alrighty. Oh, let me pull my weights back over. Go. Alright. Hey, Petter. Welcome, welcome. Alright, so with the weights. 1, all the way down. 2, plan my revenge. 3, throw it at Plexi. 4, plan more revenge. 5, target Valen. 6, go after Star. 7, 8, 9, 10. Oof. Before I put the weights down, just go ahead and do the curls. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Into shoulders. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There we go. No, it's not bad that you're eating a lemon bar right now. I kind of want a lemon bar, but unfortunately, what is bad is my right wrist is actually kind of wrapped up at the moment because it's actually been paining me for a while. So hopefully this doesn't hurt it more. And then 10 more normal squats. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Ooh. Ugh. My legs. Oh, I went through those. Oh. Oh. Alright, so let's see. Where did I mess up? Being MV stuck to 48 full stop is kind of clunky. Yes. Bethany's right. Got a nice 32 pack-up saving for Project in MV. Don't know how I feel about joining a stream to Heavily Breathing Man. Well, guess what? That's what you get, Harlequin. Because you still haven't put out Origins. Ugh. Trying to catch my breath without breathing too heavily in your guys' ear. That being said, moving many. Does Winlow have many moving event sprites out of the box? See, Project uses Winlow looking a bit static by comparison to others. Animated characters, decent amount. I'm pretty sure it's carpal tunnel Valen, so that's the reason I got it bound up the way I do. That's just kind of the way it is. Kieran, because you're slow as shit. You're just stun and control. Get rid of you. Ooh. Window just toss its not characters. That being said, it comes to more animated 10. Okay, we just manually raid? Huh. Oh, wait, hold on. Hello, Ryth. Neo raid without notification because Neo doesn't know how to raid. That explains why everyone's coming in here. Welcome, welcome, everybody. I appreciate all of you. As I mentioned earlier, I hope everything goes better now. I'm not seeing any dropped frames or my upload speed tanking like it did last time, so guess we'll see. Dodge. Damn it. Why can't you hit shit sometimes, Solace? See, Aquino can at least hit something. Ow! Well, Aquino is currently stunned. Yeah, the ISP crapped out pretty bad last time. But I'm back for now, at least. Awesome, you're on my side for a little bit. Oh wait, that thing can be stunned, so... Getting rid of his support would probably be much better. How? Taunt everybody. Of course, not sure if over tile sets, come over the animated flower stuff, haven't seen any. If you figure you could shift some pixels left and right in Libra Sprite, A Sprite, to make some animated trees from the default. I've tried that actually with some of the default stuff that comes with RPG Maker, and it kind of looked okay at first, but I don't know, it started aggravating me for some reason. Would it be better to heal or to attack? Attack. More mana is always good. Kino, well, you served your purpose for now. Don't worry, I'll get you back up on your feet. Ow. Ah. More debuffs. Okay, you're no longer charmed. Oh. Ow. Heal wounds. Group hug. By default, which makes it difficult, you're using. Making events out of trees, especially when they're as big as Winloos, will introduce some major passability problems. Ah, didn't know that. Start of that substance, I thought it was the System of a Down. I wonder which one you mean, because now I'm curious. You're a bigger problem. Now you're gonna be less of a problem at the end of this one. So that hits target ally. I'm gonna hit you with a disarming shot. Ow! Ow! Akito, quit trying to die! Draw spirits. Ad starting soon, everybody. Yeah, you'll die soon, so let's focus on you. Damn it. Dang it. Added two. Ow. Saw this. Golly. Apparently it had a bone to pick with Solace. Not to worry, we can get her back on her feet. Ads are running at the moment, everybody. Let's see. Cutting wind. Let's keep doing it. Alright, ads should be ending for everybody in 3, 2, 1. Welcome back, everybody. So let's see. I added 2 tall characters, and now they clip through stuff that otherwise would be behind them when they're on a cliff. If I figure I can swap the tiles to identical but lower layered ones than when you go up a level, but I figure there's got to be a more efficient way. Billboard plugins. Yeah, I think I've seen some of those. Are you still marked? Yeah, you're still marked. Ow. Ow. Menacel. Damn it, Kieran, that barely did anything. God damn. I'm really glad that there's like so many plugins for MV and MZ out there, but at the same time, I don't know, I feel like some of the plugins don't quite nail what I need for an idea or a project I have in my head, or they're too complicated for what I'm looking for. And part of the reason why I've been trying to teach myself JavaScript so that way I can see about just making my own and seeing if that helps. But I still run into the issue that I ain't got no art assets because I ain't no artist. I'm not particularly good at drawing. What you see as far as my PNG is about as good as my skill gets, and it's not great. I'll be honest about that. Overwatch to Poffrey. Lunasis. I'm guessing that you tried posting a link, but links are disabled because people were misbehaving. Gotcha, bitch. Yes to the plugin. Sorry. You could always post it into the Discord. Or if I can find it real quick, I could post it for you. Let's see, was it TF's Billboard? That is, okay. This is what I found from a quick search. Your PNG is already better than most people's skills. Yeah, except for it doesn't have hands for a particular reason. No, wait. Was that the Dundale, as in the counselor who trained you as a forge child? He was my instructor, yes. Then that monster we just fought was my old teacher twisted into a terrible beast. A cruel fate. He was a cruel man, as I recall. Fitting fate, it seems to me. You should be happy, Solace. Your sister's dreams of vengeance against the council have finally started to come true. Let's hope she's still alive to savor it. Come on, let's summon the rest of the Legion. It's time to set things right here in Vishtan. So I didn't save the last person because he was song-addled. Great. 3 days later, the Temple of Fire Priestess, the city of Vishtan. We have secured much of the city, though some pockets of resistance remain. Without the head, the Naga will not last long against our fighters, have no doubt. Captain Masters, glad you could make it. Of course. Hudson, I see you're also returned from your scouting. Sure have. Bad situation. Growing worse by the minute. Naga have completely fortified the city. Kadam belongs to them now. Forces have positioned themselves on the Kido Highway. We are ready to move against Kadam. Though we must not delay. How quickly can your soldiers begin their assault? A matter of days, but Solace, this isn't going to be easy. Kadam is nearly a fortress. It's surrounded by walls on 3 sides, and we have no way to assault their port. Did not entreat Naldil to provide one either. They would only compound our problems if they got their hands on the fire tower. Gotta lurk a bit. Love y'all. Appreciate your lurking, Plexi. The Mets is still within that damned black box. The Mennonites and the Mist Legion are all Kidonia has right now. Then we must be careful with how we proceed. Inaction, on the other hand, will spell our doom. Kadam has been overtaken by the fire tower. If we do not stop it here, we may very well be facing a second breach. Roger, we already are. What else do you call an army of touch-born monsters invading cities? Cities? What is going on with my tongue? It's not a question of whether or not we act, but how. Proffering no offense, but facing a demon horde in the Valden Fields is one thing. Assaulting a city is a real step up. Then we need an advantage. Solace, this was your home. You are a ranger in the service of Kadam. Is there any other way into the city? A way our foes would not expect or defend against? Sorry, but Akino is right. The city is truly Wait. Storm, spare me. How could I forget? The Orphan's Path. Yes, there is a way. Orphan's Path? A tunnel beneath the city. Neri and I found it when we were children. An escape path for kings fleeing a siege or revolt. Maybe back when Kadam was a kingdom. We used it to sneak in and out of the city all the time. It's been long forgotten. It was our little secret. Excellent. Where does the city's tunnel lead? Right into the council chambers, if you should ask. Well, okay then. Just one problem. We could never get an army through the tunnels. Not before we were caught. The tunnels collapsed by the defenders. Not need an army. Mennonites will be sufficient. We can sneak through the city and seize the city gates before the Naga even realize we are there. It wouldn't be any harder than hunting Kellowings during their mating season, really. Writing this game is very slightly Shakespearean. Okay, I'm glad I'm not the only one who's, noticed the odd writing in it. Thank you for pointing that out, Bird Punch. Because there's been times that I've been pausing for a moment, wait, did I read that right? Open the gates, let the Mist Legion in, and the battle is over. Just like that. Yes. Mighty fine plan there, Fury Proffrey. Kino, will you come with us? Took the words right out of my mouth. How do we get to these tunnels? Best route is east of here, through the Armin Mountains, to the small fishing village outside of Kadam. That is where the tunnel is. Alright, in the meantime, Hudson, Fred, take our forces to Kadam and keep those Naga engaged. We need time to... my tongue! We need time to sneak into the city. We can't have the Naga rampaging across the desert in the meantime. Will do, sir. I still don't know what you are, Fred. As you command. Then we have our plan. Good luck, everyone. Storm spare us all. Alright, I'd like to point out something I have noticed. There is a lot of phrases that they use. However, access granted. Okay. I've also noticed that there is a very clear difference in racial representation, and don't get me wrong, I truly really like that. I like the variety and so on, but I find it kind of funny that there's a mix between fantasy, science fiction, and just there's no one nationality or race anymore, or they're all defined differently and representing different ones, but it's kind of like a stark jump because you got Poffrey here, darker skin, guessing dyed hair, or it might be just a coloration for black hair. Then we got Solace here, dark skin, dark brownish hair. I'm partially colorblind, just want to point that out. Then we got Kieran here, as pale as cheesecake and probably just as rich by the way his armor looks. And then we got Akino here. One of these is not like the other. One of these is weird. Fan of the classical text, I see. I can appreciate that. I actually do have... I think I'm only missing a few Shakespeare books. My favorite one is actually A Midsummer Night's Dream. But I would like to point out to everybody who had to read Shakespeare in school and all that stuff, Shakespeare is not meant to be read. It is meant to be watched. It is meant to be acted. Hey, are we playing the RPG Maker Jam games? Not yet. That is likely going to be coming up. Because I originally was going to play different games for Wednesday and Thursday, but since the RPG Maker Jam got announced, I'm probably going to switch one or both of those out with RPG Maker Jam games. I just need to see about essentially getting my hands on a list of them, so that way I can see what was made and what I can play. Which, now that I think about it, I do have an RPG Maker forum page, or rather, well, technically it is a page, but it's the part-time reviews, and it can be found here in this one. And in there, there's a spot that says Request Review link, and all you got to do is click it, and it brings up a Google Forms page. And by giving it a click, you can go through and submit your game in there, and essentially see about getting your game on a future stream. It's your pleasure to work alongside Sogrun Fury. Or Sogroni Fury. Thank you. I'm pleased to be working with the First Meta Knight. You know, I have a great deal of respect for the Valdons. Unlike city folk, your people truly appreciated the threat the towers posed, even before the breach. Not to mention your bravery on the battlefield. Should have recruited more of you. Valda is nothing special. We are a people like any other. We have a special relationship with the tower, as does Cadonia, as does Damas. Of course, city folk love their towers, but they have lost touch with their humanity. They suckle on the towers like mewling babes. Valdans are connected to something deeper, stronger. Your kind knows no equal. I know you mean well, Sir Knight, but for all the pride, Valdans are vain and foolish, like everyone else. We do not deserve nor desire your reverence. Very well, Fury Proffrey. Mayor Suhail. I know you have pressing business elsewhere, but Naga still occupy our town. Please aid us if you can. This homecoming must be difficult for you, Solace. Beyond words, coming back to help Naria with the tower run was fraught to begin with. Now I'm drawing up war plans to assault my own city. Fighting wars in your home countries, or in our home countries. Sometimes I think this world asks too much of us. I don't know how you managed it, Poffrey. I mostly haven't. What is there to manage? My home is lost. That is all. Thought your clan was gathered in Peril. Peril is a hold, not a home. It's a place to winter, to gather for trade and story sharing, and at worst, a place from which to wage war against a demon horde. It is not a home. My home is not a city, Solace. My home is all of Valda. And you must miss it terribly. Beyond words. Also, I know it's like a minor thing, but I do like how, like, through these windows, you can see the outside and, like, the window, like the clouds and the sky. But at the same time, this is the ground floor. I shouldn't see the sky. Minor things. Hurry, Proffrey, are you well? As well as can be, given our circumstances. Really? Oh, good. That is good. Good indeed, but you look like you'd rather be elsewhere. Are you all right? I guess I don't know how to say this. I just feel a bit awkward being here in Cadonia, responding to this probably breach within the Mist Legion. Ah, I see. I'm reminding of your Legion's failure to aid Valda earlier. Ah, well, yes, actually, that's exactly it. You're no more the sum of Damas and their transgressions than I represent all of Aldens. We are comrades. Do not fail me personally. Why should I resent you now? It just feels bad. It wasn't fair then. It doesn't feel any more fair now. It's not fair, but nor do I expect you to right the scales. That burden is not fit for your shoulders. Oh, I suppose that's a relief. Don't misunderstand me. It's not my place to forgive you. Right, of course. You are not Valda. You are Profri. I understand. Yes. If it is redemption you seek, Commander, then continue to act as you have. Do right by Cadonia, bring honor to those under your command, and show your masters and Domus what it means to be a true legionnaire. That is the only succor I can provide. It is plenty. Thank you, Profri. I will think about what you've said. Can I forge anything else? Ooh, what are you? God, his evasion is so low. About to say, camera angle is pointing down, yet you see the sky. Yeah. Ooh. That's 14 more damage. Now I should be able to create one of these. And then... golly. Oh, they both use the plate. Okay. Nice book of spells. Book of spells. I still can't make this. Because I didn't find enough bones. I feel like because of that, Harlequin should give me his bones. What do you say, Harlequin? Want to give me your bones? So I could either go up by 14 damage there, or go up by 5 damage and 30 magic damage. I feel like this is the better choice. It's not gotten a proper update in the equipment for a while. Remember to save. Save twice. Wait, what? Nothing. Nothing. Don't worry about it. You're perfectly good. Add to the minute, everybody. Chapter 4. The Orphan's Path. Is it called that because it's going to make you into an orphan? It's right about route to Kadam down this road, but we can start with the Cave of Sound east of here. Sounds great. Ah. Haha. I'm gonna stab him, I just know it. Has that dude a bong in his pocket? What are you, a narc? Game blocks passage to the east. Smash! Come here, little thingies. There's a lot of you. Enemy's attack will inflict stun. Urgh. Wait, what was that? Hero sacrifice. Free action sacrifice 122 hit points. Store 55 mana points. Alright, let's sacrifice Kieran. It's the only way. Adds everybody. Hive mind. Oh. No. Stun you. Did not work. Ow. 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 Welcome back, everybody. I am being bullied, and I do not appreciate that. Flick stun, target intense, cleave. Carapace slam. Scales with defense, gain 20 range. Let's go with this. I have an Arab street here. There's like 20 hookah shops, so I believe that is a bong in his pocket. Look, all I'm saying is I've never been to a hookah shop. I have no intention to ever be to one either. But if I were to go, I don't know. I wasn't sure where I was going to go with that. Let her rip. I don't really have the proper sound effect to go with that. Otherwise, I would use it. Ow. 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 Okay. You fuckers, knock it off. Reload. Transform. What is he? Is he an Autobot or a Decepticon? Super resistance. Man, why is the just floating around? Don't just slap random battle back in your game and then not use an actual landscape to put enemies on. Because the battle back they use don't have any floor space above the portraits. That is true. So, maybe that's also what's throwing me off. Because, again, comparing things to a game that uses a similar system and everything, Trials of the Goddess, the art was in a way that it looked like the monsters actually were standing on the ground in front of you. So maybe that's also what keeps throwing me off about all of this. Smash. Smash. I still don't know what the purpose of smashing them all is, but I'm still going to smash them. Much like if I was with Profrey. Smash. Am I supposed to go this way? Maybe. Rip that fat cloud. What's in here? Nothing. No purpose necessarily for ah! Wood smash. Overwatch. Kieran. Hive mind. Oh no. Let's see. It's probably a bad idea. Ow. Ow. Stop draining my magic. Ow. Ow. Stop draining my magic. Did that one flee? I don't think I saw it. Yeah, let's do this one. And followed by Hurricane. Ow. Yeah, are they fleeing? What are they doing? Hold on. Or did they charm her? Hold on. I don't see anything matching that, so I'm thinking. Yeah, they charmed her. Okay. Move next time to turn. Grant immunity control. Curse is done. Nice run. Ow. Holy moly, there's so many enemies, there's so much health. Yeah, honestly, it has been something that's been going through my mind, is the fact that there are so many enemies, and they... So, okay, so it uses Sand Tunnel and transforms. What was the other thing it was doing? Parasite, that's what it is. It's parasiting itself, and then charming. So we're gonna remove that. That makes much more sense. Okay, I saw it that time, so... Berserker Rage! I don't want to deal with you. But I gotta deal with you. Okay, so... I think that's part of also this. Combat takes forever, purely because there's so many enemies to go through. Finally. Super resistance. Well, it's like that. There we go. But at the same time, I guess it's kind of like a nice trade-off, since I don't have to worry about grinding for experience points. I just get levels. And levels are milestone based, meaning based upon how far I progress in the story. So I feel like it's a... Ah, shit. Hey there, big guys. You looking for some trouble? Ow. Ow. As a golem, I can't put wounds on him, can I? Nope. Ow. Sand clone. Kieran, get up front. That triggers me. They're not fully centered. It's just triggering me. Like I said earlier, it's the minor things you normally wouldn't think would be important that are. Alright? Ow. Ow. Sand fortification? It healed itself! Oh, that's just fucking rude. Ow. Oh. Stupid friggin' thing. Oh, wait. Chance to resist, but not immune. Damn it. It's gonna be okay. Gonna be okay. Otherwise, I'm gonna shave Valen's head. Ow. Ow. You healed, you son of a bitch. They heal for like 19% of their health. Get out of here. What was that, shave your head? Don't worry about it, Valen. Everything's gonna be okay. You're gonna be just fine. Ow! God damn it, Kieran. You're gonna be just fine. Do you like healing enemies? That's because, Bird Bunch, you like a difficult game. You like challenge. You don't want to feel at any point like the game is holding your hand. There's nothing wrong with that I want to put out. Nothing wrong with it at all. Ow. Ow. So wait. It stuns me. It does an AoE and then it heals itself. That's just fucking rude. He only wants to hold my hand. Oh. Oh. I didn't know you guys were like that. Look, I'm not one to judge. Just saying. Ow. 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 Be gone, thoughts! Another battler who heals themselves in battle, Engi. The enemy can also heal. Note to self, give enemies full heal. No! A minor heal is fine. Gripes aside, it really depends. If it's like a mini-boss, then yeah, give him a heal. But like regular enemies, that's just rude. And it's like, say you're playing Monster Hunter. Middle of playing Monster Hunter, you're trying to fight. Your buddy's like tanking the monster, getting their attention, all that jazz. And then you try and heal. And then the monster immediately whips around and proceeds to put you into the ground and also through a nearby mountain or something. That's because you were healing and it took that personally. Alright? But at the same time, the monsters themselves can heal a little bit when they go and feast. So it's not like unheard of, like, oh yeah, no, they're not allowed to heal at all. No. It's not a question of whether they're not allowed to heal at all. It's the same as if you're doing PvP. Player versus player. You're fighting against another player and then all of a sudden they heal. Now that's rude. I'm not using healing items. The fact that my build heals me while I fight is completely unrelated. Ow. And these fuckers, though, what bothers me is that's 19% of their health that they just automatically restore. And it appears to be based off of just how much health that they tend to have. It's like it's not actually a skill or not actually a turn that they used. It's just an automatic, oh, I'm low on health. I'm just going to automatically heal 19% of my health and then do whatever my turn was going to be. To me, that is rude. Everyone can heal but you. Alright, I'll take it. Okay, but no homo race. Dark Souls etiquette. Yes. Just friend spitting. Oh boy. Look, both of you. Proceed. Alright? It's going to be for our entertainment, so proceed. No whammies. 65. That's admirable, but not enough. Ow. Adds in about a minute, everybody. But yeah, that's more of the idea, is that because they're not using a turn to heal, they just automatically heal. That's kind of rude. What was this thing? So you never told me about dangerous fighting ground floor in your homeland. Oh, about the dangerous fighting ground floor in your homeland. Fire tower. Yes, the fire tower is an engine of life. It animates the inanimate. Godam's living statues were admired in more than one so groony story. Unusual to find such beings as far from its shadow. Further proof that the song's reach has extended. Great. Well, I'll just do my best not to touch anything, or walk anywhere, or breathe at all. A wise strategy. You're mocking me, aren't you? We're trying to set up the operations here, clearly unearth something they shouldn't have. What else is new? Oh, it's the sword that I made. Well, now I guess I could break it down for gear. If I went in there, there's nothing there. What about in here? Nothing here. No, okay. Smash. What the? Oh! That's a big fish. The River King sends his regards. Let's go ahead and just open up with this, followed by, let's go with soul damage. It's Shamu! Ow. Soul Feast. Ow. Oh. Welcome back, everybody. Ow. It's more of those monsters that whenever they die, they freaking explode. It's Shamu. Now that's going to be in my head. Thanks, Ludus. It's better to have the timeline shenanigans where you get every party member. My ad is gambling. What in the world? I don't know, man. It's your ad. I don't get to determine what your ad is about and what it is not about. It's immune to sun and control. Let's go with this. Dig it, Solus can't swim. Forgot about that. Draw spirits. Guy has to be addicted to something. Yeah, little do they know. I've seen his search history. God help us all. Nah, I've found in a lot of cases, a lot of ads, especially YouTube ads, are ass. I don't know about the rest of you, but I really hate Adobe. I use Adobe products because it's what I use for, you know, editing things and so on. So I really don't need to see any more Adobe ads. But apparently, Adobe and YouTube disagree because they keep showing me fucking Adobe ads. No matter how many times I tell them, I don't want to see your stupid ads. See, I got adult ads, so that makes sense. Like I said, you know, we've seen your search history. Into the bridge. Berserker Rage. Oh, that was probably a bad idea. Oh well. Damn it, Solus, why can you not swim? Don't get ads outside of Twitch stream. I know having ad block has been nice, but at the same time, a large problem with YouTube is that the constant race of who can make better ad blocks, or who can get past the ad block better, to where a new ad block comes out, and then maybe like a month later, it stops working. Or better yet, you'll get ad block, which is useful. But then you get the unfortunate thing of, oh hey, ad block, because you're using it on YouTube, just turns itself off. Just very annoying. Because I use AdBlock almost specifically for YouTube. Do it on my phone, and let me say, they now cover up naughty stuff with peaches, and it's hilarious. Peaches. Peaches, 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 peaches. Peaches. uBlock Origin's been working for years for me. Got another add-on that stops the stupid video pause to continue from happening. Yeah, the problem, a lot of uBlock Origin, it no longer is on Chrome, from my understanding. And that makes all sorts of things annoying as well. Managed to create wanted a never-ending ring of gold, or never-ending gold. Grants 2 regen, restoring 50% health points every turn. Ah. Let's have plan B. Immune to wounds. Guess I fought an optional boss. Using uBlock Origin still works for you. I'm guessing it's the version that I was using. So I'll have to look back into that because uBlock Origin was great. Oh. Wait. Yeah. Oh. Yeah. So wait, what's the point of up here then? Is it just for the boss fight? The optional boss fight with all this gold that I can't take? Fucking rude. Both country goods clearly won't call any more than this. We should let the local authorities know about this, Sash. The Spanish were robbing someone. No. Take it for yourselves. Also, I'd like to point out something. I feel like at times some of these paths don't make sense. Cap a face. Oh. Hello, bandits. How are you guys today? You, feeling all bandity? Banditing? You know what? Fuck you guys. I'm gonna kill you all. If paths don't make sense, that means it's not a map I made. I don't know, Harlequin. I'm kidding. Bandit leader. Well, I had to add like 27 filters for YouTube, so it's probably why I never encountered stop using AdBlock on their site. Probably gonna need all of those filters because, yeah, it's really annoying. Who's got the mark on? Oh, you do. Ow. Ow. Kino, fucking dodge. Ow. You got punched 3 fucking times, man. Come on. Metastorm! Ow. Ow. They really like punching... Ow. They really like punching a Kinu. Or a Kino. Alright. Bring it on! I don't want to just use this more often because it's a free, you know... You. Overwatch. And you're gonna draw spirits again. I'm assuming with Twitch you have to re-add the filter to block their ads. Because I had one that used to work and it stopped. I think they changed how they do ads. I think that's what it is, more than anything. Essentially changed how it's presented to people watching. Ow. 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 They bled out. But it's like, okay, cool. There's this. But that's supposed to be up over there. But if I do go up through here, now it's here. But that's not... That right there isn't long enough. Or it's not the right shape. That's the reason why I'm saying the map sometimes doesn't make sense. I'm supposed to go this way. I have no idea which way I'm supposed to go. At this point, I'm just wandering around. Ooh, tower glass. Let's include these supplies. Okay, that does me no good then. So I guess I was supposed to go this way. Yeah, the shape of that doesn't make any sense to me. Alright. So this one down here, I need to go to. And then... Oh, cool. Another one of these things. Oh, cool. It's got friends that are going to crawl in my ears and control my brain. It's a terrifying thought. Metastorm. Oh, that got rid of one of those. That's good. Wait, did that heal them? Did the hive mind thing heal them? Fucking hell. Inspired runners. Oh, god damn it. Oh. Stop stealing my mana, you bastards. And you. Die. It did not die like I wanted it to. It'll die soon. It's got wounds. Ow. Ow. Item. You. I saw that charm go on you. I don't want to deal with that. Ow. Okay. So Overwatch into Kieran. Kieran is going to Mana Soul Blade. You are going to Cutting Wind. And you are going to Smash. Oh, the Smash was not enough. Berserker Rage! Ow. That's fine. God dang it. The good thing about Mana Soul Blade, it can hit for a pretty high amount of damage. The bad thing about it, it can also hit for shit damage. Mana Storm! I hate that. I hate it purely because of the fact that it doesn't take it a turn. It's just an automatic heal for itself. Ow. See, Mana Soul can do anywhere from 1 to 158 soul damage to a target. It did 9. Fucker. Ow. And it does it again! Stupid frickin' bastard. Thank you for the redeem, Plexi! Gonna turn this monument into frickin', I don't know, something profound. Yeah. Ads in a minute, everybody. Should get that water. Yeah. Oh. I leveled. I have mod slots now. Martyr replacing Bastion. Grant allies stance taunt and blessed armor, forcing enemy attacks to this ally. Cannot target himself with this ability. Or Mana Heart Blade. And soul deals soul damage to a target enemy. Maximum damage dealt increases. It's health points. That's worth a try. Grant all allies minor barrier. Restore health points. Deals 1% additional damage per 1 point of current spirit points. I think this is better. Porphyry's hunted target takes 25 additional slashing damage. Yeah. Increases Porphyry's defense by 20. Well, can't hurt you if they're dead, so more damage it is. Knight's Aid, replace first aid, cleanse target of negative effects and grant them regen. Ooh, for 5 turns. Sniper status, flanking fire is usually invisible on any target, so it's stealth or full stealth. Nah, let's go with Knight's Aid. Save. Save often. Exosuit. There's no one to do this. Welcome back, everybody. Also, I remember Valen earlier mentioning that this better have like multiple timelines. I don't think it has multiple timelines. I think it quite literally might be a thing of you go back and play through with a different character for a different experience. Or a slightly different experience. That's what I'm betting, at least. Oh god, a bird! Okay. Everyone calm down. It's just some earworms that are going to try and take over my brain. And, big fucking bird. Get rid of the runner queen. Kieran's taking it. Ow. Ow. Mudquake. Into a cleave for the queen. Yeah, let's do Mana Storm instead. Two of them down. Oh. Ow. Oh, predation. Oh, it ate it in order to heal itself. You rat bastard. Mud wall. Pinned. Oh, that's not good. Cutting winds. Died already. Goddamn. There we go. Tower dust. So there's something that way. Is this another one of those? Need the cat? Yeah. Hey, buddies. Mind giving me your stuff? Maybe I should have gone with Mana Heart Blade, because while it's good on concept, the problem is it's still such a wide range. It's not good, usable thing. Because, like, even this is like, oh, cool, it could do 158 damage to all enemies. Or it could do 1. I think I'm just going to stick with Hurricane because it's 40 to 60, so it's a good medium. It's more reliable, I should also say. It's kind of also like in Pokemon, you've got like Guillotine, it's got like, it's a 1 in 3 chance to instantly KO an enemy. That's cool and all, but that's a 1 in 3 chance to do absolutely jack shit. So, I'd really rather something that does guaranteed damage. Oh, someone had messaged me and I needed a message back. Let's see. See how many take the bait. Oh, they all took the bait. Kino, you're about to get your shit rocked. Oh, that's not good. Oh, he's getting all the bombs on him. Sanctuary! Sanctuary! Who's marked? You're marked. Time to shoot you in the face. Ow. 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 Whew. Kato, you're doing great. Just saying. You're going to do a mud wall now. It's going to give us all a bit of a barrier for when you are no longer provoking, like right now. Haha. Haha. Eeny, meeny, miny. You. Oh man, Kieran, you got double stunned. Well, I'm sure you'll do just fine. That being said, I'm just gonna... Ow. Draw spirits. Woohoo. Whoa. Suddenly my phone exploded with so many messages. What's going on? I'm sure it's nothing important. Okay, so that one's down. You've got a trance going for your hate boner for that guy, so I'm just going to help you a little bit, Profrey. Man, that barrier has been proving to be mighty, mighty nice. Let's risk it. 51 points of damage. Okay, that's not terrible. Ah, that's right. You're out of ammo. Okay. Back to Mudwall. Yeah, you're a bigger problem. Blade of Earth. There we go. Ranger's leather, fitted solo missions. Yeah, that's good. Spanish are treating this war in my home like it was a winning. Wait, what? Spanish are treating this war in my home like it was winning the lottery. Have they no shame? Canadians are proud people. They do not deserve this treatment. Well, they apparently disagree with you. So, defense goes down, but initiative goes up, 8% goes down. Yeah, no, screw that. I look at this distinct feeling like I'm also getting gear that's not actually for my party, and it could also be for other party members that I don't have. Or other characters, I should say. Hiking trail, rest stop. Fire Tower is one of the prime elemental towers. Cadonian reveres and worships it, an idol to an unknown power. Thanks to the Forged Children, it's also one of the most explored. We made pilgrimages to the Death Tower during the changing of the seasons. There we would bring offerings and blessings to the dead, symbols to offer them peace as they prepared for the next stage of their journey. What a lovely metaphor. It's no metaphor. The dead waited for us at the tower gates. For Sogruni, the chance to speak with loved ones, even enemies, before the end was a rare privilege. Last son, I never realized how literal the Death Tower's magic was. No matter how now, Towerfall brought an end to the ritual. Oh, Porphyry, your mother. Yes, among the many pains of losing her to the breach, I was prevented from seeing her and enjoying a privilege the Sogroni had known for generations. So sorry. Yes, well, my tears will not fill this dry riverbed of grief, will they? Let us ensure the Fire Tower remains standing. That is a victory I can accept for now. You. Also, I think you're right. No. On his right hip, the hip facing away from us, that's his sword hilt. But on the hip closer, I think that's a bong. Also, what is that wrapped around his head and his neck? Is that his collar? Why is it pointed? You know, I'm asking too many questions. The Cadonians surely seem to revere the Fire Tower. For my part, I'm glad Domus Soul Tower is far away, buried in the mountain. Would do anything to approach the Death Tower once more. It held a special place in Valdon's society, didn't it? Most Valdons viewed it with distinct respect. For my tribe, in particular, it was much more than that. Wish we knew how Towerfall happened. We know who was responsible, at least. Guess figured it out? Who? Soul Tower's guardian. Seriously? A guardian? Didn't even know there was such a thing. Why would she take down a tower? Not a she. An it, maybe? Or something else. Its motives appeared unknowable, but in any case, it doesn't matter now. I killed it. Oh. Well, that's good, right? It happened. My journey continues. That is all. Right. Of course. See, I'm kind of glad we chose Porphyry, purely because of how straightforward they are. Gotta look at your eyes, Kieran. In my tribe we called it wolf sight, when you have your prey in sight and the taste for blood in your mouth. Been ready to face the Fire Tower from the beginning. It's the others who dawdle. No, that A and W should be switched around, I think. Dawdle and debate while the song plays on, and our futures are written for us. Seem to take the situations with the towers quite personally. Do you not, after what they did to your people in the breach? Do not blame the mindless structures for the fallout of the Towerfall. Perhaps they are not as mindless as you think. As tempting as it would be to seek my vengeance against these unknowable edifices, I do not think it would lead to any healing. The Guardian is dead. I am angry as ever. What difference would a pile of rubble make, even supposing it did not lead to disaster? I'm not speaking of destruction, but mastery. These towers would serve humanity, not the ancient masters who constructed them. Mastery will give you peace, Kieran. You're welcome to pursue it. For my part, I'm starting to wonder if healing has to come from somewhere other than victory. Well, I will enjoy the luxury of reconsidering my position from a position of power. Right now, we have precious little. I see. What's down this way? Raw silt. Tower dust. Oh, I can't go that way. Okay, let's see how it is. Gonna make it look like I can, but then you're not gonna give me the option to. Is it the same over here? It's the same over here. Son of a bitch. A lot of bandits over there. What is this? Quaffit. The digested remains of some unfortunate soul. I feel like that's a save spot that it's showing me. Like I should save right now. Oh god! It's a sandworm! Oh. Kieran. Kieran, kill it. Palfrey, kill it. Okay, good. You can wound it. Sand tunnel. Mudquake. Get them super resistance. Ow. Ooh, 126. Finally, something good. I'm just gonna go ahead and bust the mud wall. Get everyone a barrier. Overwatch to Kieran once again. Ooh, 155. Finally, something good from that. Wow. Bye, Kieran! Oh. It recovers HP from digesting Kieran. I'll save you, Kieran. Spit him out. No. Rage. Why the battle music strange? Sounds more like something you'd hear while playing a boomer shooter. Kind of. It's been like a weird mix between somewhat soft silence, sometimes eerie, depending on like what we're fighting, like when we fought the Guardian. But when it's something like this, it reminds me more of a rave, to be honest. I think that's part of the reason why I said that, or no, not part of it. It definitely is part of the reason why I said that it reminded me more of sci-fi fantasy, or fantasy sci-fi, versus just straight up, you know, fantasy. Kieran has fallen unconscious. No, that's great. Item, soul shard. Back on your feet, Kieran. Oh, Overwatch. Good damage, good damage. 145. Ow. Wretch. Ew. Ow. Heal up and get a barrier. Yeah, this is Blade 1 in the club. Where's Blade 2? I don't know. I think both Blades had a rave. I think both Blade movies had a rave in them. This is annoying. I can't do anything until it gets out of the frickin' ground. Okay, so getting prepared to devour again. I'm gonna go ahead and do mud wall. Oh good, devoured the tank. How wonderful. I don't think I'm going to be able to win this fight purely because it heals itself for 200. Pretty much 10%. Oh cool, that's finally doing some actual more damage. Do another mud wall. Because I don't think I can actually do enough damage to it to force it to spit out anything. Soul shard. Get you back up. You. Blade of Earth. You. Reload. Trying to think because it's going to try and turn this provoked or stunned. Can't stun it. It's going to use defensive ability in a moment. Alright, and it's going to come up, and when it does, it's going to essentially... It gives super resistance. It's a pain in the ass. When it comes back up, it's going to devour again and start healing again for like 10% each time. And it keeps getting rid of the frickin'... Yeah, see, now it's preparing for Devour. So it's going to Devour in a moment. So it's this battle of attrition, essentially. Which I hate battles of attrition. Bye, Kieran. Yeah, that barely did just over 5% damage. Oh, that's bullshit. Proffer, you go next. Now. Of course, she was stunned, so frickin' thing made no difference at all. Okay. Part-time experience, full-time hating on these games. Look, I'm not full-on hating on the game. I am critiquing the fact that if this was an optional boss, shit. You know, shame on me. But if this is like a mandatory boss, something that I gotta go through, then this is one hell of a... It's not a difficulty curve, it's more aggravating because, again, it's more about dealing with a battle of attrition. And Proffery going on a rage bender is pretty much the only thing that's helping. Welcome back, Kieran. Items, Soul Shard, Kieran. Ow. Ow. Draw spirits. Gonna tunnel again. Damn it. Mudquake. Overwatch. Into Kieran. Or, I'm sorry, Kino. So that way Kino can just go ahead and Mudwall. There we go. Oh. That was indeed a battle of attrition. Soul Shard tier 4 crafting. But I killed it, and I feel like that's all that matters. As far as over here, though, anything other? Was I even supposed to come this way yet? There was this way. This is Wind Canyon. Laris Doom. Okay, yeah, then I think I was supposed to go that way. Or I could have ignored it. Well, let's see if I technically was supposed to go this way. This is to Coffet. It's the worm pit. Yeah. I didn't have to do that at all because I could just walk around it. Didn't have to do it at all. So I guess Coffet is this small town outside of Kadam. Gotta speak to Solace here. Ooh. Well. It leads somewhere. Well, it's cat sized. Yeah, frickin'. Near the sounds of fighting over the city walls, Fred and the rest of the Legion must have arrived. Then we shall make all the difference. Reforge craft. Oh, I don't have anything for that. Legionnaire Ward. Fred Masters is the most famous Ionan witch outside of Archipelago. Huh. So they're a lich. That's what they are. I don't know how I feel about that. Defense is good for the two of them, but no. 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 Nothing. Whatever, say for yourself, Kieran. See the fire tower from here, its song drifts over the breeze. We'll put a stop to this madness, have no doubt. Fight. Fight! How's Baron signs of battle fresh and sobering. I've never spared a thought for this place, unless it was to buy orphans to serve in their precious tower. I don't know about you guys, but I'm feeling like maybe Kadam ain't all that fun of a place to save. But then again, we're mostly going in to save the sister and the other Mannonites, which is perfectly fine. Totally agree with that. And have you noticed that there's like a little black line that appears just slightly over your character's head when they're walking around in certain spots? Like, it's only during certain yeah, it's when they're walking right. I'm sorry, walking left, it appears, see? So that. Over to Coffet, my hometown. Seems the Naga beat us here. Didn't look much better before, trust me. Coffet is a poor town. Used to be a successful fishing village, but then came Kadam. The walls went up, the council moved in. Coffet lived in its shadows since. Incorrect placement of the sheet. Yeah, it's probably like the very top of the foot for the sprite above it. Being children, Araya and I know better. And I knew no better and knew no different. We loved it. We'd sit in the sand here and gape at the massive ships pulling into Gdansk harbor. We dreamed of crossing that wall, not in secret for childish visions, but for good as citizens. Then one day, we did. We became forged children. Yes, turns out Coffet has one good use for Gdansk after all. Narayana were sold to the council by our foster family for a year's worth of tower's dust. A pittance to the council. Forged children exist to domesticate the fire tower on behalf of the Cadonian Council, and all of us were made to serve in some way. I was deemed fit enough to conduct tower runs, so they made me their ranger. A child doing tower runs, have they no shame? They will do anything to keep their power, as all men do. These men were simply in possession of a terrible thing, a tower. Also, the hand of gun chick looks hella weird, or is that just me? I think we've been there at least once or twice, or 20. Her fingers look right. It's definitely weird as to how she's holding it. She's not actually, like, fully holding the rifle. She's, like, balancing it and using mostly her pinky to actually hold on to it. But yeah, it looks a little weird. Thumb's a little weird too. But at least she has the right number of fingers, okay? Narya, as it turned out, had an affinity for magic. Very few forged children did. Typically, magical affinity made a kid more valuable to their parents. Narya's talent, though, was beyond anything the council knew. She became the fire priestess the very day she became of age. They feared her power, so they gave her privilege. They gave her something to lose. Yeah, maybe. Trying to palm hold it? I guess? For her part, she kept in touch with me. We made plans to escape, eventually using the orphan's path here. But when the time came, she was late. Should have waited for her, but I didn't. I assumed she changed her mind. It was only later that I found out she had been prevented from coming. Blame yourself for her bondage. Wouldn't you? I ran away to Domus, found adoptive parents, and enjoyed a life of privilege beyond my wildest dreams. Meanwhile, my sister remained here, chained in her gilded cage. Of course I would blame myself. But were I in Naraya's position, I would never resent my own sister for doing what you did. I'm sure Naraya does not either. It set a pattern for the rest of my life. I left Naraya, then I left Care. It's what I do when things get hard. You're being unfair to yourself. Both carry burdens, Porphyry. The breach was not your fault either, but I see how it weighs on you. Maybe you're right. Maybe it was unfair to blame a child for the actions of a powerful, privileged man. Maybe, too, it is unfair to blame a warrior for losing a war they did not start and could not predict. Then what are we to do instead? I don't know. But whatever it is, I think it starts with this mission. The council must be stopped. The tower song must be opposed. And it shall end where it began, at your orphan's path. How poetic of you, Sogren. This also know, you and I are kin now by blood and by oath. With me, too, you have my clan. With you, I have the Mannonites. No matter what happens next, we are not alone. We will not be cast aside, any more than we will turn on each other. That is something. Suppose it is. Let's finish this run. During the age of AI, you gotta be grateful when a character has the right amount of limbs. Path is in the well. You can go in there anytime you're ready. But check your gear. Well, could get into trouble fast once we're in the city. Let's see. I am going to call it here, though. Purely because of the time. That being said, I do want to point out, I do enjoy a good bit about this game. It has been interesting to me, story-wise. The combat, something's still bothering me about it, and like I said, there's minute things. It could be the fact that, oh, shoot, ads. I'll wait for the ads to finish for everybody. I'll finish on. Oh, boy. Except for Harlequin, who's able to scream and shout into the void all he wants, because he's Harlequin. How goes the Origins? They did have a team behind this. The main dev quit his day job to make this. Didn't work out though. Ooh, I didn't know that. They are making a new game from the looks of it. I was not aware of that at all. Ads should be ending in 3, 2, 1. Welcome back, everybody. You know, because you made the maps for this game. Ah. I wasn't aware of that, Harlequin. That being said, I know a number of people that have posted out there, either on the Reddit or on the forums or somewhere else, where they got funding through like a Kickstarter or something to make the game, and they quit their job to focus on making the game. And once they got it out there, they were like, cool, I'm a game developer now, but unfortunately the game didn't do as well, or things changed and then they had to find a job again. There's a lot of things that go into game design. A lot of people don't realize when they first start out. And yeah, apologies to the dev that quit their job and things didn't work out. It happens and it's unfortunate. But so far, I will say that I have been enjoying Tower Song. But it's... Origins is still waiting for assets. It's how it is. But I believe you guys see what I mean as far as like it's the little things in the combat that's making it feel like something is off. Maybe, like I said, it's the psychological thing that because they're using more up-to-date graphics, that you expect minor things like movement of the images for the monsters. The monsters kind of like floating in place on the battle backs, not actually like standing on any solid ground. There's no changes in the monsters when they're low on health or anything like that. Could also be purely because, oh, excuse me, certain attacks have way too much visual noise or are over the top compared to what little damage they do. Because I remember that being with the Guardian, he had like one ability, and it's like it changed the screen. There was a spray of blood, and you know it's like, oh shit, someone just got wrecked, and it's like, oh no, it was like a quarter of health. So you know it's not too. It's like that's kind of some damage, but it's not like player or character killing damage. But then it had an ability that's like essentially a one-shot execute that was a small animation, but it was a one-hit kill if it landed. And it's like, wait, what the fuck? Why is that one the piss animation and the other one the over-the-top one? They should be reserved. See, I'm doing the Pixelway Creator Cave story, keeping my job and working on my game in free time. Most of us do that, but the Tower Song guy did want to break into full-time dev. Yeah, and I'm not going to fault the Tower Song guy, because it is kind of a dream for a lot of people who do hobby dev to eventually one day go into full-time dev. And sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. And that's an unfortunate truth. The only time I've seen devs do that is if they get spaced together physically. Yeah, as far as like an office space together, or they move in and live together. I've seen some devs do that. It's also common with content creators as well. But essentially the whole sharing of the bills, sharing of the workload, and so on. At that point, yeah, just find yourself a spouse. But yeah, I think it's just like a combination of all those different things. That's what bothers me about the combat. And again, the combat's not bad. Structurally speaking, mechanically speaking, it is solid. Alright? It is solid, it's good, except for in some instances it definitely does need to be balanced because dear God, this is an annoying war of attrition, or there's monsters that just have ridiculous amounts of health, and it's like no matter how much damage I output, I'm just not doing enough damage. And then Kieran, his Mana Knife, Mana Storm ability, it does soul damage, which is good because not all things are resistant to soul damage. But it sucks. It's a crap ability because the range of damage is too great. It quite literally is. It could do 1 damage or it could do like 150 damage, and there is no average that you're going to hit consistently because it's too wide of a range. Versus other abilities where it's like a 30 to 40 point difference, which is way better and more consistent. But I feel like we're slowly getting closer and closer to the end, I think. Maybe? I'm not sure. Because I know... I want to say... Yeah, I've got like 13 more achievements, 7 of which are hidden, that I could possibly get to. And I am definitely interested in seeing them. But at the same time, I'm more of concerned of spoiling myself than if I do that as far as actually how long I have left in the game. And I like most of the time leaving my reviews until I feel like either I've gotten my money's worth or to the point that I feel like it's not respecting me as a player or you guys as far as your time going through the game with us, with me. So, yeah, balance is really hard to do right. It is, but it's also not a mention of balancing a single combat. It is balancing the progression of combat. So going back to the earworm things, cool. You know, there's like always anywhere from 3 to 7 of them, and they will at certain points of health sacrifice themselves to charm one of your party members for a couple of turns. Not fun to deal with. Don't get me wrong, good mechanic, not fun to deal with. The problem is the number of them. So yeah, and plus whenever the queen is present, which it's always present, they're going to do a hive mind ability, which automatically heals them and gives them even more health. So, cool. They're now buffing themselves up automatically. And considering the party members you get and have determine what abilities you have that are AoEs. And the only AoEs I have is Profreeze that does small amount of initial damage but adds on stacking wounds. Kieran's that the one that does a very mid-range amount of damage, so not a great amount of damage, and requires him to charge up first. And that's it, because Solace doesn't have a really good first round AoE, and Akano doesn't really have an AoE. So yeah. Tailor a specific version for him. I'm gonna make my game disrespect the hell out of your time, because screw you, that's why. Tailor a specific version for him. Double HP, regen HP, auto healing, 2 turn, cast blinds, cast silence, all in 1 turn, 2 action turns. No. Because I'll burn your game. It's as simple as that. There's a difference between actual difficulty and artificial difficulty. And I remember this being a discussion with, or an attempted discussion with one developer, that having a character, an enemy character, have multiple turns and multiple actions, but whatever you play as doesn't, that causes an imbalance and causes an unfunness to the game. Because, cool, why would I play the character that I'm playing? If I chose that class, I would be able to burst things down a lot easier because I just get free actions. When his characters die, they're revived to 1 HP, no matter what. Turn-based hell! I will nuke the game from my computer, I'm just saying. But no, there's plenty of things that you could do to try and improve the combat. I think for the most part, in regards to Tower Song, I'd probably shave a fair amount of HP off of just the normal trash mobs. Because I get the idea of, oh, you don't want the trash mobs to be, complete trash. But at the same time, because there's always so many of them, it's taking so long just to get through one combat. And in a story-driven game, the combat is nice, but it's not the main focus. And again, since the combat is not flashy in the right ways, it's definitely flashy, but not flashy in the right ways, it makes it less fun. So I had to shave HP and defense stats after watching someone play my game. I always need someone to play and watch them. Right, that's the whole point of the feedback. The whole point of the streams also is to provide that live feedback, so that way you can be like, oh, cool, I can fix that right now. That being said, for now, ladies, gentlemen, and those of you of unspecified gender, both inside and outside of that Technicolor rainbow, thank you, as always. I appreciate you, I really do. And as far as the idea of the game jams, I will be looking more into that. Because, as I posted earlier, I do have the forum page for my reviews that also has the request link. And I am going to be looking at the game jam postings to see about finding essentially games to play on here. What was the newest game jam now that I think about it? I remember someone posting about it. Where'd it go? Where'd the post of it go? There's announcements. Nope, that's not it. Game Jam Central, there we are. Here we go, Handshake Jam. We jam all your endeavors during the James. Here we go. Oh wait, no, that's the old one. I'd love to do that, but Ian said he ain't gonna touch another 2-hour game of mine. I didn't say I'm not gonna touch another 2-hour game of yours. I said, and I quote, I really wish you would do something more than 2-hour games. Yeah, these are all old. Where's the new one? I'm gonna have to find it. There was the new one, but I can't remember where the posting for it was. Wait, why am I searching this way? Ah, here we go. The 2025 RPG Maker Game Jam. Alrighty. Yeah, I think there's already some submissions in here that I can try and find. I'll have to go through this. But yeah. Let's put it under this folder. But I thought he said he liked doing 2-hour streams. I do like doing 2-hour streams. He said, get out of here with that garbage. You suck as a dev. I never said those things. Freaking liar. And you still support his lifestyle too. Man pays his bills with your money, and that's how he treats you. First off, you assume that I actually get paid, because Twitch holds all money until you hit a certain point, and I haven't hit that point. So, joke's on you. Secondly, I never said those things to Harlequin. I told him that he needs to stop giving me little teasers and give me a full game. Really speaking canon. The only canon I care about is the one I'm going to be using to launch you into the sun. Actually, better yet, where are you? There you're feeling. Get frickin' yeah. And you too, Harlequin. Yeah. There we go. Like to see the two of you fly. Ah, crap, you grew back. Well, I tried. Either way, everyone, appreciate you greatly. I'll catch you guys Wednesday, where we'll see about trying to hit an RPG Maker game from the from the Game Jam. So, for now, laters everybody.